Hernandez. Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Pedro Hernandez, and today I'm going to discuss with you about something that should happen in the Key West. And as to back my speech, I have a great example that happened 2 years ago. And yes, a lot of people knew this person. I am going to talk about the great benefits that we will have if we had a closed diving chamber in the Florida Keys. We would have a diving chamber built in the Florida Keys. We should have a diving chamber in the Florida Keys. I am going to especially talk to you all here attending today that the hyperbaric chamber would be used for one thing that a lot of people that live in the Florida Keys and the tourists do in the Florida Keys. And it would be scuba diving. An example that it would be great to have a hyperbaric chamber. It will be to save lives, like the life that would have been saved, the son of the Publix manager Kevin Piper Jr. that died 2 years ago in 2011. This is Kevin Piper Jr. Yes, I bet it is fun to dive with friends and able to see things that you cannot see out of the water. I never got the chance to meet Kevin, but when I heard what had happened to him, it was sad because there is no chamber in the Florida Keys. This is a diving chamber that can be used. So, I think the fundraiser that was done in his name was right, because it is very important to have a diving chamber in the Florida Keys for the people of the Florida Keys. It would be great if we, the people of the Florida Keys, had a diving chamber for us to use, because the closest diving chamber to us is in Miami. I think that we should also have like a survey for everybody that lives in the Florida Keys, even though if you did or did not, even if you dive or not, as if we should have a diving chamber or not. Just like his father said in the newspaper, quote unquote, we're the diving capital of the world. But we really need a chamber here. I hope that this tragedy will help make that possible. Also, it could be used for the Florida Keys Community College scuba divers that are attending the college to learn to dive with scuba tanks, and maybe have a living job teaching people how to dive, or just take tourists on a boat and let them scuba dive to get money as a job too. It would also be used by the students because they do have a lot of dives while they are in school. Also, a great thing that would help hugely would be that students that are in the diving program in the Florida Keys Community College could learn how to work the diving chamber. But for them to learn how to operate a diving chamber, we need a diving chamber so they could practice. Also, by them knowing how to operate a diving chamber, they could have a job to only operate the diving chamber properly in the Florida Keys Community College campus or at the Lower Keys Medical Center. Then, when I read the section of Kevin Piper Jr. named Sunday Dive Ends in Tragedy, I started to question myself. When I read the section about halfway to the newspaper, I was surprised. In Tavernier, there is a diving chamber at the Mariners Hospital. He should have been taken to the Mariners Hospital instead of the Lower Keys Medical Center. Also, instead of taking Kevin to the Lower Keys Community Center, they flown him to Mercy Hospital in Miami. He should have been flown to the Mercy Hospital. Mary's Hospital. Oh, Mercy Hospital, sorry. I think that we should have events every year so that we can have a diving chamber or diving chambers in the Florida Keys, because this can happen to anybody that dives. I think that yes, there should be a fundraiser to get the money to have chambers in the Florida Keys. Also, a great thing that would be great and perfect plan is that there should be plastic baskets like the ones that we see that are similar to the cancer fundraisers in stores. We also have little baskets in every place that we could put them, in grocery stores, anywhere that fishing products, supplies are sold, anywhere that diving supplies are sold, etc. I bet that everybody will put money, at least pennies. It is anything to have this come true. I bet that the money for not one, but for many chambers will get gathered. We should have a diving chamber built in the Florida Keys. So I think that today I discussed with you all that are here that we should have at least one chamber. One chamber can have a big difference. I bet that diving will be safer than what it is currently. Thank you all.
Good job.